right, ladies, we went over the rules earlier this evening in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Most importantly, protect yourself at all times. Touch up now if you want. On my commands, come out fighting.
An awesome straw weight matchup. Kelly D'Angelo comes into this fight as the underdog, plus 320. The favorite, the Nigerian Terminator, Loveth Young, at minus 425. Odds courtesy of 5 Dimes. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, straw weight division. Ron Kruk, Alan Joban, and Laura Sanko with you for LFA number 97. Young in the red tape and white trunks, and D'Angelo with the blue tape and camo shorts.
And immediately Loveth Young landed a really firm jab, just kind of set the pace on Kelly D'Angelo.
D'Angelo said she was excited to show her power off. She was going to use her experience, will stand at first. Doesn't feel like Loveth Young has been hit before with her power, and then she'll take her down.
Tell you what, Loveth is ready to land a big bomb.
Right?
She's throwing everything in all these punches right away.
Kelly D'Angelo moving back up to strawweight. She had quite a few fights at atom weight and Invicta, but it was a really tough cut for her. She missed big one time. Man, making 105 pounds, I can tell you from experience, is not a fun task. I like her at 115. I do think she will carry more power here, but right now, Loveth Young, she is just a very scary prospect out there.
Yeah, I don't see how Kelly was making 105. She's at 115, and she looks very filled out. She looks real comfortable at this weight.
Yeah, she said it was tough. She didn't have to starve herself for this fight.
Nice jabs right there by Loveth. Boxing coaches in the corner, I'm sure that's making him happy.
Young said she expects D'Angelo to come in and try to take her down, so she's been working on her takedown defense and wrestling.
You know, going into this fight, I thought this was a bit of a power versus speed advantage, giving the power to Loveth and the speed to Kelly. But Loveth is looking pretty good now with the speed and athleticism. You know, she has power behind those hands. Nice little slide out hook right there. But the speed, I don't see any real difference right now in the speed factor.
She is incredibly fast.
Yeah, we saw that speed on display. TKO win over Rena Norville. That was at LFA 94. And as you guys mentioned, it was a very close fight with the former champ, Vanessa Demopoulos.
Nice 1-2-1-2 right there to blitz forward, cover some space.
Loveth doing a really nice job of getting into range, landing some punches, then immediately being back out of range when Kelly's looking to counter.
Yeah, the fight, as of now, it has a feel that Loveth was very warmed up coming out here, right? Like she right away got in her rhythm, found her stride, and she's very focused, landing stuff. I feel like Kelly still trying to find the range right now. A little bit, I think, shocked by the power and aggressiveness that Loveth is coming forward with right now.
And the speed, I completely agree with you, Alan. She looks a little bit like she hasn't quite settled into this fight, hasn't figured out her path to victory yet.
Well, I'm glad somebody's warmed up because it's a little chilly in the Hartman Arena here tonight. And, you know, kidding aside, you come from a very warm locker room. It's almost a shock to your body, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. You go in the back, and they've got the fighters taken care of. It's nice and heated in there, but you walk out to the octagon, and it's like a 15, 20-degree difference. It's very cold in this arena right now. So if you're walking out here barefooted or without your sweats on, it could play some tricks on your body or your mind coming out here.
One TKO win and one submission victory for Loveth Young. Flip side, she might be hurt. That's at least from the corner of Loveth Young. I believe that their fighter has hurt Kelly D'Angelo.
You know, none of those really landed completely flush, but their boxing coach is spot on. She's starting to land. She's inching forward, and she keeps throwing that punch. It's going to land flush.
She's finding her zone, and as we have seen before, she can end a fight in an instant.
I like what I just saw. She went to the body for one of the first times that I was able to recognize. She's done that in a lot of previous fights. She started touching the body, getting people thinking about low, and she comes over the top with right or left hand. Kind of surprises you with that.
Under 50 seconds to go in the opening round. LFA straw weight action. These two are exchanging.
I'd like to see Kelly D'Angelo start to mix in some level changes and pose the threat of the takedown at least.
Oh,
to
somebody's
Loveth Young.
mouthpiece is out.
I think this Loveth's.
Yeah, it looks like Loveth came out, although it looked like Loveth landed the harder punch in that exchange.
Keep your hands, keep your fist ball. Keep your fist ball.
Action continues under 30 seconds to go. I think you're right. Loveth Young is shots are finding the target now.
Yeah, Kelly's got to mix. Kelly's got to mix it up. She's got to mix in some level changes, some takedown attempts here to get this fight, change the momentum in her direction.
She better add some head movement too.
Agree.
As Loveth Young is firing away. D'Angelo, as tough as they get though, she can take a shot representing St. Charles MMA. Jim D'Angelo in her corner, of course, tonight.
We'll get to some highlights of that round. Fun round. You see Loveth landing some looping punches early. She also mixed it up in that fight, though. We saw some straight punches coming from. She lands that right hand right there. Looks like it was kind of partially blocked, and Kelly was able to land. Loveth lost her mouthpiece right there. They resumed the action right there. Both women, there's a lot of these exchanges where both women were landing pretty flush. I would say, who's getting on the scorecards right there? Looks like it went to
yes.
Loveth. And I would have said the same thing. I agree with that. It was a good round. She landed some power punches. You see the corner starting to pick up that she's just starting to inch in with that right hand and touch the target. The more you touch the target, the more you're going to hit it, the more you're going to hit it flush. And I can see more of that game plan going into the second round.
There's your live scoring update. All three judges giving the opening round to Loveth Young. Make sure you follow the LFA on social media at LFA Fighting. As we get ready for round number 2. LFA straw weight action.
If I was D'Angelo's corner, I'd say, okay, let's start mixing in plan B here. And I mean, that is the point of mixed martial arts, right? You have to have a plan B, hopefully a plan C. She is a well-rounded fighter, so we'll see if she looks to level change, perhaps put Loveth against the cage, but I don't advise her to continue to stay in this boxing range because she's getting pieced up a little bit here by Loveth.
Yeah, that was a nice combination from Young.
Oh, nice body shot.
Body
Lost the mouthpiece
out again. But this shows the power of D'Angelo too, guys, as the blood is starting to trickle from the nose and mouth of Loveth Young. And she was able to knock that mouthpiece out again.
Yeah, so the referee just gave her, you know, a mild warning right there, but it was the second time she lost it. So she's going to need to control that. If she loses it again, that could be a possible point deduction. And you see somewhere in that exchange, D'Angelo's got a cut on top of her forehead, landing on her face.
Both ladies are bloody at this point.
Right hands are landing again for Loveth.
Backing D'Angelo up, and now she shoots in. I think she's hurt. Young sprawling, and the blood flowing from the forehead of D'Angelo.
Loveth did a great job. She sprawled, she pushed away as she got up and created space. She didn't want to allow Kelly D'Angelo to reshoot or have any potential of grabbing onto her. She wants to keep this fight standing where she's kind of got it a bit in cruise control. And I like the way, again, she's working the body more and more.
Big shot,
Big
though,
right
from
hand.
there. Excuse me.
Setting it up. She goes to the body, she goes upstairs. These shots are starting to add up right now. They're starting to hurt Kelly.
Backing D'Angelo
They
up.
are. You can see the
Body
body
shot.
language.
She's
Now
grimacing.
going downstairs and then upstairs. The end
Wow.
could be near
This is
as
beautiful
Loveth
boxing.
Young continues to
Big
fire.
trouble.
That
Big
is
stoppage.
all. Loveth Young delivers.
Tremendous performance by Loveth Young. I mean, that was a great performance, great
And a
boxing.
shoulder roll, why not? At the very end.
Added
there.
to the end.
I mean, it's just tremendous to see this level of power, this level of athleticism coming from a strawweight, and a strawweight who only has 4 fights. The fight IQ that she showed in that fight to manage the distance, know when she was picking up the momentum, not overstep herself, not get ahead of herself, and find the finish right at the perfect moment. I mean, just an amazing performance against a very experienced fighter in Kelly D'Angelo. Very impressive.
The massive power delivered from Loveth Young as They go to work on Kelly D'Angelo. She opened a massive cut on that forehead. David Maldonado, our cut man, going to work, and let's check out that.
Yeah, let's see. It looks like it was that right hand right
Yes.
there on the forehead that cut her right there, started having blood leak down the face. And then she came back, even though blood was leaking, she was able to land that right hook and knock the mouthpiece out. That's where the referee stepped in, gave her the warning. At that point, she kind of seemed to put the pedal to the metal. She could see that D'Angelo was starting to kind of fold. She was hurt. Those body punches were accumulating and adding up. And from there, Loveth just started pressing forward, trusting in her boxing, trusting in the work that she had put into the body already, had her dropping her hands. She was able to unload upstairs and let it all pay off. The referee had to step in. That was a really beautiful performance by Loveth on all aspects. Her boxing, going to the body, she was able to sprawl, defend a little bit of takedown work, which I know she wanted to improve upon in some of her previous fights.
And Kelly D'Angelo is so tough. Got to give props to Kelly
100%,
D'Angelo.
100%. Loveth Young scores another victory inside the LFA octagon, and let's get the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Nick Behrens calls a stop to the fight. 1 minute, 36 seconds into the second round, declaring your winner by TKO, Loveth, the Nigerian Terminator, Young.
Celebration from the 31-year-old Loveth Young, and a great show of sportsmanship from these two incredible athletes, Kelly D'Angelo and Loveth Young. But Young, after a loss in her LFA debut against the former champ, has now reeled off 2 straight in very impressive fashion.